Welcome to Friday Friends, RI Elder Info's weekly look at the organizations and individuals providing resources for Rhode Island seniors, caregivers, and professionals.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I am so glad that you are taking the time to join me today here on Friday Friends on this beautiful Friday morning. Now, as you all know, every Friday, I, Deb Burton, am your host for Friday Friends, where I bring you information that you or someone you know needs to know about. So make sure you hit the like button, the share button, the follow button, the bells, the whistles, all those icons to make sure that we get the word out. Because today we are going to be talking about one of Rhode Island's best kept secrets. And we want to make sure that it is a secret no more, especially in these days and times. So I really want your help to get the word out. Now, as you all know, I could not bring you Friday Friends every week if it was not for the support of RI Elder Info's annual sponsors. So thank you to Point 32 Health Foundation and United Healthcare, and specifically to McCarthy Law for supporting Friday Friends. Here's a message from McCarthy Law.
Here at McCarthy Law, we practice in the areas of estate planning, long-term care planning, elder care law, and residential real estate. Our focus is really on providing peace of mind to our clients.
If you're interested in scheduling a consultation with our office, you can feel free to reach out to us at 401-541-5540. You can also reach out via website at www.mccarthylawri.com. You also should check out our social media, both on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for some helpful tips and tricks.
Good morning. I understand you have a secret to share with everybody. Please tell us, who are you and where are you from?
Good morning, Deb. Yes, I do. I am so excited to be here today to share exactly what you said and what a lot of people in Rhode Island call one of Rhode Island's best kept secrets, which is a fabulous, fabulous market called Hope Market, which is located in East Providence, Rhode Island. And Hope Market is filled with food that has been donated to my organization, which is Feed RI, for the purposes of distributing that food out to folks who are trying to stretch their budget. This is beautiful, beautiful food, restaurant quality food from some of our amazing donors like Gordon's Fine Foods, Ocean State Job Lot, Stop and Shop, Blount Fine Foods, think soup, meat, produce, shelf-stable items, some extra surprises along the way. And when you come into Hope Market, it's really a place where you can take your shopping cart, pick items off the shelf, just like a traditional market. But the really cool thing about it is that the funds that come through Hope Market that folks spend actually help us in the community, help feed Rhode Islanders who are facing food insecurity as well. So that means that when our guests come into Hope Market, they can get food for themselves and their families and really stretch their limited dollars, which everybody is trying to do even more now than ever. But at the same time, they can also feed folks in the community that are facing food insecurity. So Hope Market's really a place where we like to say we feed people twice, and we want to spread the word to let everybody know that we exist, and we want you to come in and visit us.
So explain a little more about how does Hope Market work? Am I coming in to do like my regular grocery shopping and everything is at a lower cost because you have these donors and I still pay for my food? Is that how Hope Market works?
Correct. So basically what happens is, and I like to say, if you come into Hope Market with a list, you might leave disappointed because we never know what we're going to get. But if you come in with an open mind and a little bit of that kind of Christmas morning mentality where, ooh, what do they have today? And then structure your meals around what you're able to find, then you can have a really good time with us. And yes, in exchange for a very, very reduced price merchandise, and I'm talking about $1 for a box of cereal, $1 for a bag of produce, meat at least 60 to 70% off of retail prices. And in exchange for that, we take those funds and we put them right back out into the community. Feed RI is a nonprofit organization, and our mission and our commitment is to making sure that Rhode Islanders facing food insecurity get access to that food. With that said, all are welcome at Hope Market. We get everybody that you could possibly imagine, everywhere from young professionals that are just starting out looking to stretch their dollar, college students, all the way up to folks that are living on a fixed income, and pretty much everybody in between. And that's really the beauty of Hope Market, is it's a place where everybody is welcome.
That is awesome. So for Hope Market, do you accept SNAP benefits or things like that?
No, we don't. We do accept debit card, credit card, and cash, but we do not accept SNAP or EBT. And the reason for that really is because our merchandise and our inventory changes so often that it's really hard for us to do the inventory control that SNAP and EBT require their vendors maintain, because we'll get something in at 11 o'clock and we'll put it in the market and it's right back out the door again. So it's really sort of logistically hard for us to do that. But with that said, we are a great first stop for some of the funds that you do have available. And then, getting sort of the items, some of the main items, and then using your benefits to go shop at a traditional market is a really nice way to kind of divide and conquer and make your dollars go even further.
Absolutely. And I got to say, like, these days, every dollar saved is imperative, because the cost of everything have been going up lately. And so it sounds like Hope Market is maybe like the first place you go shopping when you're still hungry, you've got the munchies, you don't really know, I don't know what I feel like making for dinner this week. So you go to Hope Market and you just can pick from a smorgasbord that's constantly changing, and it's not going to break the bank.
Absolutely.
And then what you buy, that the proceeds from that purchase goes to Feed RI. Tell me a bit more about Feed RI.
So Feed RI is the parent organization for Hope Market. We consider Hope Market one of our programs. And so Feed RI administers 4 different programs here throughout the state. In addition to Hope Market, we administer our Feed the Future school food pantry program. We are very proud of the fact that we have the largest school-based food pantry program in the state. We are in 17 high-need schools, where we literally open up a turnkey little mini food pantry right on site at the school. We supply the schools with a refrigerator, freezer, so that we can deliver fresh items and dairy and produce and protein alongside those shelf-stable items. And then the kids come down and they're able to get food for nights, weekends, and school vacations, which is a time of real food insecurity and stress for kids, especially the kids that are receiving the reduced or free school breakfasts and school lunches. When they go home, often teachers tell us that students will confide that they didn't eat dinner the night before, and the next meal they got was breakfast at school the next day. And we are of the opinion that a hungry child cannot learn, and this is our way to help feed the future of Rhode Island. So Feed the Future School Food Pantries is a program of ours. In addition to that, we also administer Hope on the Road, which is a program where we deliver pallets of food out to other community partners who are embedded and trusted within their communities, and then they distribute the food out to the folks that they know in the community are facing food insecurity, so that we're kind of the middleman for those organizations. And then lastly, we recently launched our newest program, which is Feed and Read RI, and that is a partnership with local libraries to establish food cupboards right in the lobby at local libraries throughout the state. No questions asked. We provide them with the cupboard. We provide them with biweekly food deliveries, and anybody in the community who's experiencing food insecurity and needs a little bit of extra help can go over to those cupboards, no questions asked, and take some food home for themselves, completely free of charge. All of those programs are made possible by Hope Market.
Holy cannoli. This sounds like a massive undertaking to pick up from your donors to distribute to the communities. How did this all get started? What is your origin story?
Well, I'll tell you, it started like all great origin stories with the amazing insight of just one person. There was an individual in the East Bay who, back in about 2008, noticed that his local bakeries in the East Bay were throwing out day-old bread and bakery items. And he said, wait a minute, I know personally there's families right here in the East Bay that are struggling. Like, why are we throwing this food out? So he struck up partnerships with local bakeries where he would pick that food up in his station wagon and he would drive it around town and drop it off at families that he knew were in need. And it really grew from there, Deb. He migrated to a garage where he was able to put food that he picked up, and then he moved to a site in Warren, Rhode Island, and then in about 2020, the new leadership decided to move here to Rumford, Rhode Island, right in March of 2020, and opened up Hope Market at that point, and we've just continued to grow since then.
Wow.
But I love the story. It was one person, which is just amazing.
And you know what? Sometimes that one person with tenacity that says, I see a problem and I see a solution and nobody's connecting the dots. It's those individuals that truly can change the world. So by Rhode Island directions, where is Hope Market? You said Rumford. What is it by?
So Rumford, where we're located, is in Phillipsdale Landing. Some folks who grew up in Rhode Island might remember the property that we're in as the old wood and wire factory in Phillipsdale Landing. That's what this place was before it converted over, and there's lots of new businesses in here now. We are off of Roger Williams Ave, which is off of Broadway. So we're kind of nestled between Broadway and then that main thoroughfare in East Providence, where the Aldi and whatnot is. It's sort of a residential neighborhood. It's a little bit of a treasure hunt to get back here. But once you find us, you're a friend for life.
And Roger Williams Ave, that runs off of Broad Street going up towards Newport Avenue, right?
Right. It's between Broadway and Newport Avenue. Okay.
It's just up from the ice cream store.
Yes, the ice cream store is on the corner. That's a great landmark.
And they have fabulous ice cream there too, but I don't want to sell people on bad choices. I want them to go to Hope Market hungry.
True.
And so do you have to bring your own grocery bags or anything like that? Or how does it, I just come in, shop, give you cash or my credit card and load up the car? How does that work?
So we try as hard as we can to keep our costs down as much as possible. So we do ask folks to bring their own shopping bags. So that's definitely a consideration. Our hours are a little bit strange, so I'm going to share those now.
Oh, please, yes.
They're also available on our website at feedri.org. But our hours are Mondays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesdays from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., Wednesdays from 3 to 6, Thursdays from 12 to 3. The important thing to know about Thursdays is from 12 to 1, we welcome any of our guests who are over the age of 55. And then we are open every Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon. So those are the hours. And a pro tip, we have folks who are absolute diehard fans who come here early and get in line. So it is definitely, it's an adventure, but be prepared to get a cart and stand in line for a little bit. We try to make the shopping experience pleasurable. So we limit the number of folks who are coming into the market and shopping at the same time to about 40 people. So feel free to come in early before we open. And there's a great group of folks out there. As a matter of fact, we have a couple of groups that have formed friendships as a result of waiting in those lines over the years. And now they call them their Wednesday social circle, or my mental health gal pal group, I think is one of the names of one of the other ones. And they come early, and we've got a lobby set up and chairs and whatnot, and they chit chat and exchange recipes and talk about each other's grandchildren and whatnot. So it's kind of a cool little community that's sprung up as a result as well.
That is awesome. Now, when somebody goes to Hope Market, do they have to fill out any forms? Do you collect any identifying information, social security numbers, immigration status, or is it just like any other market? You just go shop.
You just go shop. Everybody is a friend. Everybody is welcome. And no, we don't ask for any identifying information. The most we'll ask you is, how was your day?
Probably a whole lot better that they were able to get the discount to shop there. Now,
True.
when you're shopping there, is there anything, I feel like there's sometimes stigma around food pantries or food that has been donated to organizations. Everything is fresh. All of the Best By dates are in the future, right?
So our Best By dates now, if you followed at all, the whole controversy around Best By dates is they are a suggestion. Best By dates have been actually a huge contributor to food waste over the years because people read a Best By date on shelf-stable items and think the food has gone bad and they throw it out. And we have been part of the movement here in Rhode Island to really re-educate the public about those Best By and those sell-by dates when it comes to shelf-stable items.
Yep.
That is a suggestion, and it's often not the case. I have tested my own personal experiments on potato chips that were 3 months past Best By date, and they're perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, I panic bought pasta during COVID, and took about 2 years to get through all of it, and it was perfectly fine as well. So I am personally on a crusade and a campaign to help folks see that Best By date at the end of the day is really a marketing gimmick for the company itself, because they want folks to throw that food out so that they can go buy more. So that's for our shelf stable items. You will not find anything on the shelves that is more than 3 months past its Best By date. But you will see, and that is actually a lot of what we do get on those shelf-stable items because the retailer pulls them off the shelf because there's this stigma associated with them. And so then they send them to us. And I'm really pleased about the fact that they send them to us and they don't send them to the landfill now because that food is absolutely perfectly good. When it comes to perishable items, that's a totally different story. So we do not have anything in our refrigerators that's past the Best By date. And then if we have anything in the freezer that's past the Best By date, it was frozen by the Best By date. And if your freezer is anything like mine, I've got meat in there that's a good year old. But granted, we don't in our freezers here. But if you pick something up and it says July, it was absolutely frozen by the Best By date.
I confess I have a corned beef in my freezer because I got it at a really good deal around St. Patrick's Day. And I keep thinking, I'm going to put it in the crock pot. And then I didn't want to do that over the summer. But yeah, I definitely have those things in my freezer. Now, in the market, do you also have the things that maybe are not food, but things like toilet paper, paper towels, feminine hygiene products? Are those available in the market too?
Those will show up from time to time, absolutely. And those are often held at the front by the cashier just to make sure that we are distributing them fairly because sometimes in the past, folks get really excited about those because they are hard to come by. And we just want to make sure that everyone's staying as peaceful as possible when it comes to those items. So those, if they're there, I would say when you come in, take a look at the cashier area, see what's back there. We will honestly get anything you can possibly think of, and we just never know what we're going to get. As a matter of fact, right now we have really great home health aid uniforms that were donated to us by Alexander's Uniforms, who's an amazing partner of ours. And so we have a whole rack of brand new, beautiful shirts and pants that folks can come in and get for, I think it's $2 a pop. So that's, it's great. And as a matter of fact, we see lots of folks in the home health care agency business, because unfortunately that's a business where folks tend to struggle. They are angels and they don't get paid enough.
Amen.
It's simple, but they come in. So I actually had a lady come in and she was wearing head to toe one of her Alexander's uniform outfits that she bought there. And she was also getting food. So that makes me happy, because it means that if you can save money in some other area, it means you have more for other items like your medicine or your heating bills and whatnot. So I always say, come in, take a look. We get lots of takeout containers, paper goods, random health and beauty items. You just never know what you're going to find there.
Wow. And that all goes to support the nonprofit Feed RI, which has the school food pantry, the library food pantry, and then you also distribute to other local organizations that have identified the need for additional food in their communities, right?
Exactly. You've got it.
Wow. I feel like, tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, I can swing by and
come see us.
See what you have.
Please come see us. We get it. And to anybody who's interested in coming in, I highly suggest that you go see the person at the welcome desk, explain that it's their first time. And then what we really like to do is kind of take you by the hand and guide you through to make sure that you know where to go in every department. And it's a little overwhelming when you first walk in, and we just want to make sure that anybody who's visiting us for the first time feels like they understand where to go, what to do, and all of that. Because as we like to say, we are all friends at Hope Market, and we want to make sure you come back.
Awesome. Now, as a nonprofit, do you need more friends? Do you need volunteers? Do you need people to donate, sponsors, help with social media? What would help you move Feed RI forward?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, funds. With additional funds, we can bulk purchase food when we get the opportunity. We can really leverage those funds in a way that benefits all of our programs. So first and foremost, if somebody feels inspired to support us philanthropically, feedri.org, there's a donate button right there. We make it super, super easy. Folks that are interested in holding community food drives, we love a food donation of shelf-stable items. As a matter of fact, it's September, so it's Hunger Action Month. So our food drive of the month is peanut butter and jelly. So that's what we will always take anything, but peanut butter and jelly is kind of our focus for September, back to school and whatnot. So funds, food, and then yes, friends. So we're always looking for volunteers. Hope Market is staffed primarily by volunteers. Those are folks that come in before we open and stock the shelves, go through all the boxes, figure out where to put everything. And then our folks that are actually working when we're open, most of them, especially at the meat counter and the welcome desk, are all volunteers as well. So definitely wonderful opportunities for additional volunteer work for someone who's looking to get out, meet some new people, and do something great in the community.
This is just an amazing resource. I'm so glad you had a few spare moments, actually probably a little longer than I even said it would be. Come on, Friday Friends, because everything you're doing is absolutely amazing. And I'm so grateful. With hunger on the increase, I'm so grateful you were able to take the time to come on today.
Well, I will never say no to an opportunity to tell people about Rhode Island's best kept secret if it means making other people's lives easier, and it means giving us the opportunity to bring food to folks who can't get to us in person. So thank you for this opportunity. And I hope I see you on Saturday, and I hope I see lots of new friends.
Absolutely. Thank you. Everybody, hunger in Rhode Island, particularly among our older adults, is skyrocketing. And the need for food, for supporting organizations, is increasing as well. So if you have the opportunity, go start your grocery shopping at Hope Market, because the money that you spend there, that is to purchase food for your own home, actually benefits those individuals who are not in a position to purchase food for their own home. So very important. As she said, they need funds, they need food, and they need friends. So please feel free, go by Hope Market. It supports Feed RI, which is a wonderful nonprofit that is working to overcome hunger across the state. I am so grateful that you have joined me today, that you have hit the like, the share, and all those social media cues so that our hungry friends know how to get food. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. In the meantime, be well and be kind.